Hi, I'm Kevin from agardenforthehouse.com. Today I'm fixing buckwheat crepes, or what the French call Galette de Bretagne. The crepes are entirely gluten-free, but they're still very elastic and soft. You can use them just as you would ordinary crepes. I like to use them for sandwich wraps. You might like to fill them with, maybe berries and whipped cream. Anyway, the batter is really easy to make. Now, to make the buckwheat crepe batter, first crack one large egg into a medium bowl, and then grab your whisk and beat the egg brutally, or brutally beat the egg. Then add 1 tablespoon of melted and slightly cooled butter. Yum. Whisk that in. Then add 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I'm using sea salt, but you could use kosher salt or just regular table salt, whatever you happen to have on hand. Also add 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar. And the sugar is going to neutralize the bitter taste of the buckwheat flour. Then we need 1 cup of milk, and I measured mine, but I left it in the refrigerator. So don't go away, I'm right here. Here's the milk. I'm gonna beat that in. And finally, we need the buckwheat flour. Let me show you the bag that the flour came in. So this is buckwheat flour. As it says, it's naturally gluten-free. It's also high in vitamin B, and it's high in protein. And we're going to beat 1 cup of the buckwheat flour into the batter. And we are good to go. Then cover the bowl with a lid or a sheet of plastic wrap. And we have to put this in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours, or even better, overnight. We want all of the buckwheat particles to become fully hydrated. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, my batter has been resting for about 6 hours. Again, you can leave it overnight. And I can tell it's well rested because it has no puffy eyes. So for this next step, we have to thin out the batter. We're going to add 1/2 cup of water. And then we're going to whisk that in. Yeah, this is the consistency you want. A very thin pancake-like batter. Now we have to cook the galettes. Now, you don't have to use a special crepe pan. For these galettes, you can use an ordinary skillet like this. This is a non-stick skillet. It's 12 inches at the top, but it's only 8.5 inches on the bottom. I have the pan over medium heat, and I'm getting it very hot. I'm also going to spray the pan with some non-stick spray. You could use butter if you'd like. And in goes the batter, and then immediately swirl the pan like this. And you'll see that the crepe becomes rather lacy. It has little holes in it, and that's perfectly fine. And we're going to let this cook, for about 45 seconds. Let's have a look. Yep, we're getting brown. I hope you can see this. I hope the light's okay. And then we have to flip the galette. Here we go. This underside only has to cook, for 15 to 30 seconds. And then release it onto a wire rack to cool. Then get right back to work making another galette. This time I'm going to use closer to a full 1/2 cup of batter. swirl the pan. You want to do this immediately. There we go. Yeah, this galette is going to be 8.5 inches in diameter. Turning a beautiful, lacy, spotty brown. And you want to adjust the heat. If your galettes are cooking too fast, reduce the heat to, medium low. And then we flip. Oh, this one looks really beautiful. Have a look. And again, this is the public side, and the other side is the non-public side. And the non-public side only needs to be spotty brown. And there we go. We're going to flip it. Oh, can you see? Move this up a little bit. You can stack these crepes. They won't stick together. Okay, let's have a look. Here are the crepes, or galettes. And as you can see, they are not sticking together. And from that 1 cup of buckwheat flour, I managed to get 8 crepes. 8 very large crepes. Now let me show you a way to prepare the crepes. I'm going to take 1 crepe and turn it beautiful side down. This is the public side, the more brown side, and the pan is still hot. And then I'm going to sprinkle on some shredded Swiss cheese. You could use Gruyere cheese here. That would be very nice. Okay, the cheese is melting, and I happen to have a fried egg here, which I prepared when you weren't watching. We're going to put the fried egg right in the center of the galette. And we're going to sprinkle it with a little bit of fresh black pepper. Then we're going to take a couple of slices of ham and place it like this. At this point, I'm going to turn off the heat. And then, using the spatula, we're going to fold over the sides. You just press them down briefly so they hold. Like this. And then we fold over the other sides like this, hold them down. And finally the top. And I did turn the heat off for this. Come on, stay, stay. Have to make a crease here. Well, your galette will stay. Mine isn't working because I'm doing this on camera. Anyway, what you end up is this nice little packaged fried egg and ham and cheese. And then we can throw some parsley on top. This is a sprig that I pulled out of my garden. Yeah, this is the galette complète that every cafe in Brittany offers. And here is an even easier way to enjoy the buckwheat crepe. Flip it so the non-public side is up. Add some smoked turkey or some other cold cut. Add a little cheese. Maybe a little squirt of mayo. And some rocket or some mixed lettuce greens. And roll it up. And enjoy. Makes a terrific sandwich wrap. Well, I'm going to take this gallery of galettes upstairs and have myself a little feast. Here's the wrap, and here's the famous French galette complète with the ham and cheese and fried egg and parsley. I hope you learned something from this video, and if you did, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I will see you next time very soon with another delicious recipe. Bye for now.